Breaking news now. The fate of the man at the center of the Cuyahoga County corruption case is now in the hands of a jury. A jury will now decide if Jimmy Dimora is guilty of bribery, racketeering, extortion, and obstruction of justice. News Channel 5's Ron Regan was in court today for closing arguments. And Ron, within just the last few minutes, the jury wrapped up for the day.
Yeah, the jury has called it quits just about 2 or 3 minutes ago for the day. They deliberated for about 3 hours, but they did have two important questions. Number one, they wanted a list of witnesses, and number two, they wanted a big box of Post-it notes. Now, the reason that's all important is because there were more than 70 witnesses in this case over 7 weeks. An awful lot to keep track of, and it's a sign that they probably want to meticulously go through each and every piece of evidence and all of the testimony. They have a big job ahead of them. Former County Commissioner Jimmy Dimora left the federal courthouse this afternoon as the case and his future was put in the hands of a jury. Earlier, government prosecutors spent nearly 3 hours rebutting closing arguments made by Dimora's defense attorneys. They systematically went over each of the 37 counts, explaining the evidence and how the law was broken. And they described a criminal enterprise built, in their words, brick by brick, piece by piece, and scheme by scheme. And lawyers for Dimora's co-defendant, Michael Gabor, remember he worked in the auditor's office and is accused of being the bag man in all of this cash and bribery schemes. His lawyers delivered their closing arguments today and basically described Gabor as being thrown under the bus by a whole bunch of witnesses who simply wanted to lie to reduce their own sentences. Now, the jury is expected back here tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning and will continue its deliberations.